హాయ్ హలో దిస్ ఇస్ చక్రవర్తి.
ఆలియా భట్ ఈ పేరు వినగానే మనకు ఒక క్యూట్ ఫేస్ గుర్తొస్తుంది, కానీ ఆవిడ చూస్ చేసుకున్న క్యారెక్టర్స్ మాత్రం చాలా స్ట్రాంగ్గా మెచ్యూర్గా ఉంటుంది. లైక్ రాజీలో కావచ్చు, ఇప్పుడు RRRలో సీత క్యారెక్టర్ కావచ్చు, ఇప్పుడు అదే రోలో గంగూబాయ్ కథియావాడి ఒక లేడీ డాన్, ఒక లేడీ క్వీన్ పాత్రను పోషిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ముంబైలోని కమాటిపుర అనే ఒక రెడ్ లైట్ ఏరియాలో ఒక లేడీ డాన్గా ఉన్నటువంటి క్యారెక్టర్ని ఆవిడ పోర్ట్రే చేయబోతున్నారు. February 25th రిలీజ్ కాబోతుంది. ది లెజెండరీ డైరెక్టర్ సంజయ్ లీలా బన్సాలి దీన్ని డైరెక్ట్ చేశారు. సో ఈ మూవీ గురించి విశేషాలు ఆవిడని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. సో కమింగ్ టు గంగూబాయ్ కథియావాడి, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ ఫర్ బెర్లిన్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఫిల్మ్ ఫెస్టివల్.
Thank you so much.
So how are you feeling about the movie?
Well, I'm very excited. It's been 3 years. We've started shooting for this film in 2019. Finally finished the film in 2021. There was the expectation that it will release much before. We had like 3 different release dates. So that constant feeling of like, oh, it's going, oh now. Oh, it's going, oh now we can't. That anticipation has really made the whole, all of us very impatient. Now I'm just wanting to enjoy the process of giving the film to the audience slowly. You start with the trailer, then you got to go to the songs, and all the promotions is talking about the film, but eventually if the trailer doesn't connect, then people will not come. So I really hope and pray that the trailer connects with the people, because I think it's a very enjoyable trailer.
నేను చూసాను ట్రైలర్. Your voice modulation, your emotions, like in your eyes there is pain, but in your face there is a strong woman face. I can feel that. Like, how did you manage that? Modulation kaavachu, your expressions.
Modulation is something that Sanjay sir from beginning told me that I want weight to the character, and my voice is generally a little bit more thinner. I've also been known, like you said in your introduction, also cute. Cute, bubbly. That's my persona, you can say.
True.
People know me like that.
True.
So for them to change that personality, like make that visual change, I have to also give them an audio change. So for that I had to change my voice. And actually I realized I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with that bass, because I realized when I used to go home also I was continuing to speak like Gangubai, even though I didn't need to, but I was continuing to do that. Yeah, so I think for me the experience of playing the character is one thing, but the experience of even watching people experience it is another experience altogether.
So Gangubai was a prostitute.
Yes.
Was a lady dawn, and she was
Mafia
a good
queen.
at heart. Yeah, mafia queen. She's strong yet good at heart.
Yeah.
So what made you to choose this character? ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ తీసుకోవడానికి కారణం ఏంటి?
I chose the filmmaker. I wanted to work with Sanjay sir. We were supposed to do another film together, which didn't happen. It got shelved. And then sir came to me with Gangubai. Sir saying, I've had this story for quite a few years and I want to make it with you. I did not believe initially that I will be able to portray and justify the character and do it to its full potential, because I look a certain way. Will I be able to do it? But sir believed. He had that, what you say, vision, that I will be able to pull it off. So that's what I did. I chose his vision. Of course, as and when I started playing the character, I fell in love with her, and she's just that character. It's a bad world, but she's a good person. She does certain things which maybe are, you can say, like a fighter. She makes certain decisions. She's got this competition with people. She wants to prove her point, and she'll go to any extent.
The world made her like that.
The world made her like that. And getting into the psychology of why she became that way, and even though she has a struggle, how does she move through that struggle with sunshine and with energy and with still a certain entertainment to her personality, that you love her personality even though she's fighting. And the main thing is, through everything there's a sadness in her eyes, but she converts that sadness into strength, and that will never leave her. That sadness unfortunately will never leave her, because she'll always think, okay, what if I had a different life? But this is her life, so how does she go through the life?
Yeah, I have to go through it. So is it because of Sanjay Leela sir? That's it, whatever it takes?
Yes. whatever it takes. And I fell in love with the character so much.
Eventually.
So, eventually. No, I did. I started only by falling in love with the world, but it was scary. I was scared. Will I be able to do it well? How will I be able to do it? But then for me, it was no question. It's like, okay, now if you mess up this opportunity, that's like shame on you. So you need to work hard, give it your 7,000%, and then, you can't control the result.
So how difficult is to get into her shoes, Gangubai's shoes, and experiencing her mental trauma, feeling her and portraying her.
It's very difficult, and there were a couple of scenes which Sir kept for like long shots, because he likes that. He wants to see that transition, and he wants to see all those moments and beats, and he wants you to arrive at all those feelings in the shot, and he wants the audience to see it. It's not a cut. It's like play. It's like, sometimes there were some pieces where it's like almost like a theater piece. Those moments were the toughest for me, because then there's no escaping. There's no cut saving you. You have to go with the emotion. And there were times where I used to finish a shot or a scene or a moment, and my hands would be shaking, my body would be shaking, because that's how much of emotion you need to generate from inside.
Did you do any homework, for her, that mannerism, that voice? Any homework, any research?
The mannerism, in terms of her voice, her dialect, I did some coaching. Little Gujarati accent here, little, Marathi there. But the mannerism came with, so I would say, put your leg up, or do that, or sit like that, and then I would imagine. He gave me few films and all to watch, some videos, some random videos I used to watch on YouTube of just like women, like walking on the street, and like the way they own the sari. He wanted me to own the sari, like catch it in a way where it's like, it's like a part of my personality, the way I hold the sari also. So if you see in the trailer also, there's a shot of me walking, where I'm walking a little like that.
Yeah, and you're kicking somebody.
Yeah, that's later. But like that walk, when I walked in, I remember, Sir loved that shot. And I remember in that moment, he's like, ye kaise aayi hai? Matlab, how she's entered like that. And that was all his training and peppering in my mind, observe the way a certain woman with certain weight and elegance, but still a power, walks with a sari. So a few YouTube videos here and there, but then other than that, it was just like observing certain characters and actors, and then making that my own.
Such a legendary director. What did you learn from him throughout the movie, after completion of the movie? How did you feel about it?
I'm still learning from him, even now when I meet him. Too much. There was too much. It was not one experience that I can say. Every day was different. He gives everything to his film, and you have to be 100% alert, aware, and giving. To give everything, your heart, your soul, your blood, your sweat, your tears, everything. You are living, breathing, eating, thinking the character. That's the way he is, and that's the way I became. What I learned from him was priceless. How to do little things in the scene. They're small things, but they're different. That they keep the moment engaged. It's not about only thinking here, or how am I looking, or how am I moving. It's automatically comes if you just feel it here, and you command the attention of the audience. All those things I learned of how to do small things, but that small things are look so big on the big screen.
So in the trailer we can see Karim Lala, we can see Gangubai, we can see a few characters, and from the biography, Gangubai met PM Jawaharlal Nehru. Can we witness that on screen?
Yeah, but I think we'll have to watch the film for that.
So, and in Sanjay Leela sir movies, in the end, the lead roles will die.
Oh, now if I give you the ending of the film, then how will you watch it? This is, I can say, one of his most different films. And I think you can tell even by looking at the trailer. When we saw the teaser, it was intense and people maybe expected it to be a certain way, and then the trailer is totally opposite. So you can say that Sir's on a
is
very
also opposite.
Yeah, I think he's going on a very unpredictable path with this film.
I think this is your first Telugu movie promotion. So what your promotion
Yes.
From your previous movies?
Yes.
So what are you expecting from the Telugu market, Telugu people?
Well, I hope they come in and watch the film. They are such a loyal, exciting audience. They love the movies. And I've seen the craze firsthand. I've seen videos and moments, and you know, when I was promoting with Tarak and Charan, I would see their fans, the way they would like support them. So I'm hoping to get some of that support for Gangubai, and I will do so. Like I'm saying this because I feel like they will enjoy the experience. I don't think they'll be disappointed when they come into the theatre.
So you have been in Hyderabad
Yes.
for a long time.
Yes.
What did you like? How was the experience?
I love Hyderabad. Best thing is the food, constantly getting food from different places.
Other than biryani, I know biryani, you loved it.
No, I was actually going to say Charan sent me his home food, which was fabulous.
Not biryani?
Biryani also came. But some home food was amazing. There was like one dosa and some sabzi and some like sabzi with vegetables and something like really nice combination of great food, which is totally my
And
scene.
Tarak was a good cook.
Tarak is a very good cook, but he's never cooked for any of us. At least not for me. And he says, "Arey, but why that you have to tell me and all of that and all." I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. He keeps talking about what a good cook he is, but he has to make us eat some food.
True. So you worked with both of them,
Yes.
you know, on the sets. So whom do you feel the best, and what is the best part in both of them?
They are both very different and at the same time so hardworking and so similar in their passion. They're truly like fire and water, you know. And I think they complement each other very well, and they have a lot of mutual love and admiration for each other. Constantly pulling each other's leg and all on set, which I was like, okay, nobody's looking at me, they're only interested in each other. No, but they were really, really sweet, and yeah, I have had a great time working with them on set, and we had a really fun time promoting as well.
Gangubai. So a character में personal opinion, your personal opinion on Gangubai and Kamatipura.
I don't have a personal opinion. My personal opinion is what I feel for the character. And her journey, in fact, for me is like, it goes up with the greats. Like, what a journey she's had, and from what circumstances she had to rise and then fall and then rise and then fall and then rise and then fall. It's not easy. And even though I played the character, the point is I never lived it, and that reality is just, it's so hard to digest. So for me, personal opinion is nothing. It's actually a personal admiration for the character.
So Telugulo inka future projects, and are you looking forward to do any projects, like, you know, only RRR level lo vastene chestara, or else any movie?
No, I think it all depends on the director, the timing, of course the actor and the character. I'm fully open to all opportunities. As I've mentioned before, I want to be a pan-Indian actor. I don't want to be known only for one language. And I truly believe language has firstly no barrier. If I work hard, I can, you know, learn my scenes like I did for RRR. I will do that for any other film. And yeah, I do foresee quite a few films in the future.
So మీరు ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ని చూస్ చేసుకోవడానికి, what would you like to see in that character? What makes you know, like, I have to do this character?
See, variety is very important for me because I get very bored very quickly for anything. With food, with what I'm watching, with what I'm wearing, with everything. So it needs to be different for me. Emotion, powerful, all of that is part of it. It just needs to be different. And I feel like it has to have an effect on the storyline. And I've said this before also, that I could play the smallest part, but how does it impact the story? That's what's important, because at the end of the day, story is king. And you can make an impact with one scene if it's an important part in the story. So that's what I will look for in terms of impact of the character and how it affects the storyline.
So who is your favorite director and hero in Telugu? And whom you want to work with?
I think they're all fantastic. You know, all the heroes.
Do you watch
so
Telugu
good.
movies?
I do. I've started watching Telugu movies.
What was
and
your last?
Pushpa. which I loved.
ఓకే
Yeah, I mean, I would love to work. Like I said, I've never chosen films based on the hero. I've chosen films based on the story. But I would love to work with Tarak again. I would love to work with Charan again. I'm a huge Allu Arjun fan. I would love to work with him. You know.
After Pushpa, everybody became fan of Allu Arjun.
I think right now it's that time where everybody's. I think he was always very, very exciting. There was always something very new and charming about him. The way he would also dance, the way he would. I'm forgetting the other film, the name of the film. The Butta Bamba film. What's the film's name?
Butta Bomma.
Butta Bamba.
Butta Bomma.
What's the film's name?
In Alavaikunthapuram.
Correct. Kuntapuram. I've seen that film as well. He was fabulous in that. So I think from that time only, uske pehle only it started where there was a craze and there was an interest. And now with Pushpa, it's just gone to the next level. True. Because he again played that strong character. The whole film is based on his character and the way he's pulled off that character with style. I find that very admirable. Even Prabhas, like I think he's also done such amazing work. I'm also looking forward to his next film, Radhe Shyam, and it'll be very exciting to work with him also. I met him also when I was in Hyderabad shooting for RRR, and he was making a joke and all, saying that you don't have dates and all of that and all. I said, now you are the one who is doing 4-5 films at one time.
Is not going to be a problem.
No, why?
He's above 6.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's fine.
So okay, right.
There should be no barriers with height, with language, with nothing.
So coming to barriers, this Corona, I think it erased all the barriers, like kind of OTT, globalization of the movies. What do you think about it?
The world has always been a very small place, and it's just becoming smaller.
But before
smaller.
this, you didn't look at pan-India movies, pan-India role. Before that there was no Pushpa. There was movies, but not that kind of craze about Pushpa.
I don't think so. I think there's always been a impactful movie will always make an impact. Whether that's what I'm saying, the language is one part of it. Now also when we're watching content on OTT, what is the most popular show on OTT? A Korean show called Squid Game, which is like come from where it's become the most popular show.
True.
So I think it's if you have that story and that impact in your content, it will make a content. But it will make an impact. But now with social media, the conversation has become more. There are more trends, there are reels, there this, there that, and people are imitating and their lines are becoming very popular and all of that. But there's always been interest in good content. Yes, the world has become a much smaller place now because now with OTT, like everything is on one platform. True. So you can watch every content from Korean to Japanese to Indian to to Telugu to Hindi to Marathi to everything. It's all there. Then it depends on your palate and what you want to watch. But the theatre experience, I feel now can get larger and bigger if just all the Indian actors come together to do a pan-Indian film in different languages. Of course, it can't happen with every film because not every film has that kind of budget. But for the big films, that should be the strategy because that could be the power of Indian cinema. It should not be Hindi cinema, Telugu cinema, Tamil cinema. It should not be about that. It should be power of Indian cinema.
So I have a rapid fire, literally rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm going to conclude it. I will name a person. I mean, like a director, a hero. You have to say a line, a single line. Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
Magic.
Rajmouli.
Master.
NTR.
Tiger.
Charan.
Charming.
Ajay Devgan.
Superstar.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Love.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward, RRR కూడా వస్తుంది అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకా తెలుగులో మీ నుంచి చాలా మూవీస్ రావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాం మంచి క్యారెక్టర్స్ చేయాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాం I wish you all the best and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.